Hi, Kyle Brown with ZEISS Sport Optics, and we've been testing the new ZEISS V8 NA Riflescopes for the last few days. Alan Rovig and his team at McWhorter Custom Rifles has invited us down to evaluate these riflescopes, give them a test drive, and we thought it'd be good to get some of their expressions and some of their opinions on what they saw and what they witnessed from these riflescopes after first glance.
I think the V8 NA is going to be a game changer, well, not because of one thing, it's several things. You know, the rheostat illumination, the small compactness of the 20 power, the high magnification of the 35. It's now an MOA version. You know, we've seen this scope for years. They've now revamped it in a North American version that's going to be really compatible to what we do for long range shooting, hunting, and 92+% light transmission and a lightweight package in the 20. And it's going to be really hard to beat.
My first impressions of the N8 V8 were very good. It's a very clear scope, very simple. It's very tactile. The clicks are solid.
First impressions, it feels really good. It's a lightweight, it's compact, it's low profile. The best thing about it was that I love the turret system on it. Super simple to use.
The turret adjustments are nice and tactile. They're also very audible. There's not a lot of backlash in the turret mechanism. So the adjustments are really, really easy to finely adjust. And I didn't have any fear of over adjusting or passing where I wanted to stop the turret at.
Probably one of my best things I like about the turret is really when you can feel that thing zero where you need to make sure you really got where you needed to go. You can hear it kind of click when it bottoms out on the turret there.
So the Ballistic Stop is very solid. It's a rock wall. You're not going to go past it. It's very confidence inspiring. It's solid.
There's no clicks or anything with a diopter to be expected, but the adjustment was nice and smooth and fluid. It didn't feel like I was having to fight the scope to adjust the diopter. And the Parallax Adjustment was nice and smooth as well.
I like the Parallax Adjustment because it's buttery smooth. It doesn't have any grindiness to it. I know I've felt that before in some not lower end scopes, but some competition.
You know, here at McWhorter, we've been through 1,000 different rifle scopes, and I've looked through tons of them. And looking through this scope on any set of different rings, configurations, stocks, cheek pieces, it's really hard not to get a full picture. So, forgiving eye box is one thing for hunters. Quick shot, you got to pull it up quick, get on target, and this scope is going to make it easy.
The eye box is very forgiving. It's super clear. You don't get that black ring that you see a lot from minor head movements. It's going to take you being completely off the scope to see that.
I believe that between one person to the next, that it'll be easier for one person that shoots a little differently to be able to find the eye box, because it is such a broad eye box that you'll be able to see very easily with somebody else also. The
glass quality was phenomenal. The edge-to-edge clarity is great. The light transmission's great. I mean, I could hardly tell that I was looking through a 30mm tube. It just kind of looked like my eyesight was magnified. On the edges, there isn't a large amount, if any, that I could notice of chromatic aberration, where the image kind of separates into multiple color streams and so on and so forth. Some lower quality scopes suffer from that, but that ZEISS scope, it's just like having your eyeball right up there on the target.
So the reticle on this one is fairly simple. It's an MOA reticle. It's got short lines for ones, it's got a little longer lines for twos, and it's got longer lines even for five. So it makes finding your exact wind hole pretty easy. It's got 10 minutes on both sides of the reticle and 10 minutes below it. So we teach to hold wind. That's the reason it's got a capped windage adjustment on the side. So 10 minutes either way. A 10-mile-an-hour wind at 1,000 yards with a 7 PRC is about 5 minutes. So you see you got plenty ability to hold any kind of reasonable wind. So a very good reticle, and along with all the other features of the scope, I think this is going to be the final touch on the greatest hunting scope that I've ever used.
The center dot illumination, whenever you power that thing on, you just hit the power button, it pops right up. And whenever it's on, it's just as crisp as it can be. It's the only thing that I've ever seen, or only one I've ever seen, where it's an actual full circle and it doesn't change for whenever you turn the brightness up or down. So if you got it at a really low light situation, it looks the exact same. It's just brighter whenever you turn the brightness up. So you don't have to worry about it getting real big and being an odd shape. And so when it comes to daytime use, that's something that I'll have on every time I shoot.
So I'm a big fan of illuminated reticles, and the one on that scope is phenomenal. It's nice and finite. You don't see any indication or giveaway of where the diode might be in the scope body. And me personally, I have an astigmatism, so generally those red dots tend to starburst or smear. And for me personally, I could barely notice any sort of smearing or starbursting. The dot was nice and finite.
I think the V8 is going to be a high-end top-selling scope because it's compact, lightweight. It's got very tactile movement in it. It's very buttery smooth. It's crystal clear. It's pretty hard to beat.
I think one thing most of our customers are looking for is, what can I get the best light transmission out of? What can I get that is less than 30 ounces? What can I get that's illuminated? What can I get that's short and compact? And I think this scope really answers all those questions.
This new ZEISS V8 scope is the best scope I've ever looked through. I've been hunting for 45, 50 years, been in the gun business for 18 years, and optically and design-wise, this is the best scope I've ever put my hands on. And I told Kyle Brown the other day that if I retired tomorrow and had no allegiance to anybody, these would be on all my guns, and that's the truth. These, the size of them, the weight of them, the illumination, the eye box, the reticle, pretty much everything about the scope. The fact that it's got enough adjustment to get pretty much any profile of any high-powered rifle that you would hunt with out to 1,500 yards. This is a great piece of equipment, and it honestly is, and I say this for no other reason, but it's the truth. This is the best hunting scope, long-range hunting scope I've ever used.